All right, so now we're on to episode 4. We are going to continue on our journey. Back here, pick up the item real fast. We're gonna go. So this will drop in real fast. It's got a couple enemies. It's not too bad, but it does have a little treasure type thing. The weapon we just picked up is a dagger that does fire damage, which is... Fire is nice, but for the enemies we will be facing, it's not super useful.
Ugh, this place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna jump out any second. It's okay, pal. Gemini's looking out for you.
So that guy in the back there is going to be throwing thermite fire bombs at us. So I'm going to do this just to get this guy without having to worry about him. And yeah, I forgot about where the trap floor was this time too. Fortunately, most puppets move fairly slowly, so it's not too tough to get through. I think there's one more still down here. Yeah, as soon as I stepped in front of that guy throwing the thermite, I knew exactly what was happening. We'll do that just because it gives us better resistance in all the stats that this specific type of thing does. But so to get out of this area that we dropped into, it's not too tough. But first we're gonna go over here, pick up this item, kill these two. Here. And that's where we fell through. So getting back is not bad at all, but so that box, when I first saw it, I was immediately like, you know, I bet you that's gonna be the boss. But But that's all that happens with it, for starters. Until you get down here. Then it opens up. And these guys aren't really all that bad to deal with. Do we have any projectiles to help? Let's just hit him with these real fast. Because he can't do anything while we're up here. So if you got projectiles, you know, feel free to use them. The electric would come in very handy here. Biggest thing about him is he moves very slow, and attacks from the front often get blocked. Or, you know, wherever his shields are placed, get blocked. Fortunately, he gives us a pretty generous attack window when he does most things. And yeah, despite the quote-unquote intro he gets, he is barely an inconvenience. So that item we just picked up from the butterfly is something that we can use to alter our weapon handle. It makes it scale better with essentially our dexterity, our motivity. Wait, am I getting that stat right? Oh no, that one makes it scale with our strength. Okay. Our technique is our dexterity. That's right. So we'll put this up. Going through here, you will want these equipped. If you can stay out of, you know, the factory runoff sludge, it's not so bad, but we will end up having to go into it eventually. Yeah, corruption, that's what they call it in this. But you see how relatively quickly that bar fills up? We pop one of these, and it slows way down. And as long as we've got, you know, the white sparkles around us, my dog just had a powerful itch, apparently. We'll be decent with this. Here they drop more basic enemies with this big guy. Great. Woke them all up at once. Lovely. If the meter gets too high for your comfort, or it starts activating, that big one gets rid of it all. There's still one more with him. We're gonna pop this and that. Try and give ourselves a little bit of an edge. Huh, she turned around quick. I think there are a few more enemies. I think. I don't remember for sure. It's been a little while. Oh, yeah. So these are a type of enemy that annoyed the crap out of me earlier on. These versions are not so bad, but later on, there's a variant of them that is very frustrating to deal with, is the nicest thing I can say about them. Get the butterfly before it disappeared. Oh well. If we want, we can always come back and try it again for the butterfly, but I'm not overly concerned about that. We'll get another level real fast.
I'll use my power.
So the weapon handle that we have equipped right now,
You're going to
I
the
actually
factory
used
to save Mr.
for probably
Vanilli, right?
60% of the
He's
game.
I heard he went to.
Just because,
I know my way around a
I think I
weapon.
mentioned this earlier,
Let me
but your weapon swings based on what the handle is, not what the blade is. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not going to do that right now. But we are going to push one more upgrade into that blade.
Welcome.
Do we have enough stuff for... We do. Cool.
I'll use my powers.
It scales evenly with both. So, we're just gonna do that for right now. So now, I can't remember if we can access this area this way yet, or if we have to go the long way around. Okay, cool. We can go this way for now. Ah, alright. I can't use that. Okay, so we are going to go the other way first, just because the best judge of progress is where you find enemies. most of the time is where you need to go, or where you find the most enemies. So this is going to be a gag that a lot of us are very familiar with, if you're a Souls veteran. It's the door from slightly earlier. Now, up here in this next section, there's going to be an enemy that breaks through the wall. Yep.
Ooh, admirers
And then
seem
you
to
meet
follow
these
me
two
everywhere.
characters.
Pleased to see you, my stalker friend.
You made it all the way here unbothered by ruffians. You've got talent. I've never seen you before, but who cares?
This may well benefit our former client. Did you catch that subtle whiff of money in the air? Moneybags himself, Lorenzini Vanini, is inside this factory this very moment.
You caught us on our return trip. We had to deny his ridiculous request in person just to be sure it wasn't a joke.
Keep your whiskers up if you're heading in there. He is the richest man in Krat. Or so they say. Who knows? Maybe he's handing out bags of money to lift his spirits.
Ha! That seems unlikely. No way are we doing that.
Well, anyhow, best of luck.
Are you carrying the latest edition of Vanini's Landmark Guide? It's the most popular non-fiction work in Krat these days. Maduro wrote the actual guide, but Vanini
So,
published and financed it.
there are some moments
It goes for
where
a
you
premium
can
at the shop,
and
but
can't
Maduro might not get his cut.
trust
He
these
will
guys.
see If you can get all 3 volumes collectors want, bet you can get 4. No, 5,000 for it is the shop. You're in luck. I have a conscience and a powerful sense of self-preservation. I'll let this one go. You'll wish you had this, and the price is a steal. Let me know if you have any interest.
So what he's trying to sell to you, he's trying to convince you you can sell for a huge price. You can't. He's just trying to cheat you out of $500, basically. They're not, this is one of the moments where you do not trust them. Let's go back through here real fast. Finish off this section. Just because the timing. Kill that. And a treasure chest. For a weapon that I never used. We'll go up here.
fantastic. The pipe fit like a glove. Well, like a pipe.
So this is that
Idiot,
shortcut
you know?
from earlier that I mentioned that we had to work our way around for. Should be another one somewhere that I'm forgetting about. Okay, so with this, be careful because there are two of them that are alive. And we are not going to go down there right this second. Actually, I think we are. Okay. Drop these off for now. Put these on. So this next thing is going to be kind of a skill check, basically. I have no other word for it.
All puppets must die. Oh, it's the only way to be sure.
Okay, can't open that. So we have to talk to this guy.
Die. Every single one. I hear the sound of springs inside you. You're a puppet too. You can't fool me.
So this is an optional boss.
Die. Kill the puppets. I can't tell what's blood and what's oil.
As you can see, his base attack does not hit super hard, he just has a lot of them. Oh, yeah. And that one is fun.
I wish I hadn't run away.
There we go. Oops, that heal. Do this real fast.
I wish I'd known. Surviving is a hell of its own.
Yeah, his combos are endless.
I'm sorry, Leo. I was afraid to die.
And yeah, that just opens the door to here. Which allows us to come back here. Now, I know we have enough ergo to get another level, but we're actually going to take out the big walking guy before we go worry about that. So much like the one drainage area we've already been to, we're going to equip these. And if you fought giants in the Souls games, then you know how to handle this guy. Same basic concept. Stick to his feet when he does the get off me attacks. And back off, but until then, you're pretty much safe to do whatever you want to him. Yeah. The odds of him missing an attack are astoundingly high. Oh, there we go. Let's re-up that. There we go. Doesn't do a whole lot to him, but stuns him for a little while. Ouch. Yeah, he looks way more menacing than he actually is. Actually, you know what? We are going to go the other way because there's a chest at the other end of this with a weapon that I found pretty useful. We're going to let the corruption go down a little bit. Just checking our time right there real fast. And yeah, this is right back to here. Go down here, teleport back for some levels. And we are also going to
I know my way.
So right now at a +3, that's doing 145 base. This here will be doing 131 base before we even start upgrading it. And then instead of using the great sword handle, we're going to do that. So it's still going to... Oh, I forgot to save. So it's still going to swing. Kind of like the weapon we already had. But it's going to be a bigger blade that upgrades better with materials.
I know my
So
way
then
around.
we're going to go here. Let's check the altar handle. I'm not too concerned about that right this minute. But there, at a +2, it's already outpacing the blade we were using at a +3. So that's kind of nice. That's and then I think the Puppet of the Future gave us a quartz, so let's go up here. There is a cat you can pet. It does not like you. But, I mean, you can try and pet it, but you're just going to get that same reaction every time. It's not friendly. So this change shape option doesn't do anything until later on in the game. So now we're going to do this. And start working on getting another Fable slot, because that'll be useful. Ooh, we've got lots of
Welcome.
ergo in our pocket. Let's sell as much of it off as we can. Try to maximize. Oh, yeah, that... The blade that we are using is putting us into the slightly heavy category. You'll see that when you hit 60%.
My power.
We're going to solve that real fast with one of these levels we're getting just by going like that. And now our weapon is doing just over 200 damage per swing, which isn't bad. At this point of the game, that's really fantastic. You can purchase a couple of quartz from him. We will probably be doing that a little later on, but for now, I'm trying to remember. I swear there's something I'm missing somewhere. If I remember it, we'll come back to it. Not a huge deal. I didn't make notes on my personal playthrough, so this is all just a from memory type situation. one-on-one, every enemy in this game is fairly beatable. When they start mobbing up on you is when it becomes a bit of a pain. Oh yeah, and another new enemy type right here. Lovely being that he is. But first, we're gonna go up here. My puppy is sitting beside me, and he, scratching. That's what that noise was. If you could hear that, I'm sure you could.
Help? Anyone? Wealthy and dashing philanthropist in need of assistance.
So, this is the guy we were told to go find.
Don't need to kill me. Surely we can discuss this like reasonable people. Hold on. Geppetto's a friend. I'm fine. Please. Those stalkers were supposed to be working for me, but... well, they bolted and left me to my fate. That was not helpful. My butler went to barricade the back door, and I haven't seen him since. Pulcinella has been a loyal companion. I'd hate to lose him. The factory is, of course, my priority. We must take it back. But please, keep an eye out for my butler. I'd consider it a personal favor and owe you in kind. Before all this chaos, Fuoco was the puppet in charge of the furnace. But he changed. He was a stand-up fellow once. Now, not so much. I'm told he's still building an army of puppets and marching them on the cathedral. How did this nightmare come to be? Please, you must stop him before he does any more harm.
Looking at the time, I think we're gonna give it a shot and see how things go. We're gonna come up here to avoid that big guy first of all. Yeah, and we're gonna take out the enemies surrounding, because when we do fight the big guy, we want as little issues as possible, because he can be quite annoying. He also deals us fire damage, so there's that to look forward to. But we can take out as many of the small guys as possible. Ooh. Before dealing with him, it'll be helpful. Okay, so that's all the upper level guys. There are 1, 2, and 3, I think, still left on the next level down. Oh, that is not what I wanted to have happen. That's okay. Fortunately, big guy did not notice us. We got lucky. And this big guy is... he is an enemy that will not respawn, so that'll be kind of nice. But if you do get his attention before you want it, you can always just run, and once you get, you know, up here and around, you are completely safe from him. So I mean, you got options. Not a lot of great ones, but some options nonetheless. Start off with a drop attack. Pop one of these to protect us in the event of overheat damage. Yeah, he's got one of those attacks that if you do not get your dodge timing right, it is a pain to get out of. Alright, you know what? Back off, because he's going to fire. There we go. He's, yeah, just a pain. But he gives us a fire-resistant thing, which, considering the next boss, is going to be very useful. I need to go the other way. Because we are going to heal, grab one more. I went the wrong way, still. We're going to heal, grab another level. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the next boss is just right through that corridor, basically. So... Alrighty. Where'd she go this time? Ah, she's at the top of the stairs. Or so.
I'll use my power to help you.
Grab one more level before going into this fight. Sorry. Puppy's being a little bit of a jerk, but what can you do? Throw a point into our vigor for added stamina. I'm pretty sure that's all we needed to do here, right?
Welcome to...
Why not sell these off? I'm pretty sure we don't have... No, we are still 3 short on that. However...
I know my way around.
Be a -1 to either one of them for right now. Because we're not specialized between our motivity and technique as of right now, we're not going to bother making the handle scale with one or the other. The weapon that we'll pick up later on does scale better with our technique, but it does scale fairly well with both, so it's not a huge thing. And then, yep, this is the next boss. So, because these always come in handy, it's nice to have a distraction. We're gonna bring her in. Oh, forgot to charge our Fable before walking in. Oh well, this guy's not too terribly bad. Biggest thing you gotta watch out for is the fact that he does fire damage. But with our resistance potions and whatnot, we will do okay. Yeah, as you can see, he's not so bad. Ooh, that is about his worst attack. And yeah. So yeah, that was him. Honestly, that was a little underwhelming. Not gonna lie. He went down easier than I remembered. But now that that's done, Venigni is now at our hub. As well as his butler, that we didn't even bother looking for, but managed to save.
I am Master Venigni's mate. The House of Venigni carries only... I am certain you will be at the House of Venigni.
And he functions as another kind of shop. Basically, to alter your handles. This item I will explain in just a minute. Because we also picked up another type of one.
My savior, yes, that's the word. You took back the factory, and I cannot thank you enough. Without the factory, no more new puppets. The army has run out of recruits. My friend, you saved, well, all of us. But listen to me going on and on about my concerns, and I don't believe I've even introduced myself. Signor Lorenzini Venigni. Gentleman, bon vivant, and, at the moment, utterly at your service, my friend. If the name Venigni rings no bells, perhaps you've heard of Graz's Prince of High Society. That is because they are one and the same. Just two of the many names I've collected in my 3 decades here on Earth. While I sincerely believe meeting Venigni is its own reward, I have not rewarded you in the more traditional manner. Please, take this. My newest prototype. It'll be safe with you. It's a grinder stone that keeps granting special attributes to the grinder. I hope you'll put it to good use.
So now with that, we can
my eyes
add...
do not deceive me. I just designed it, set it aside, and never got back to it. You are really
Yeah,
interested
if you haven't
in
figured
the
out,
arm,
he's
I
kind of
see.
long-winded.
Then, my friend, you shall have it. It just needs a few mechanical adjustments to fit your, particular needs. And frankly, this design is almost child's play to me now, so let's start by making it a bit stronger, shall we? I will also add what we brilliant inventors call modularity. That means it will be much easier to improve and repair since you'll be able to use commonly found parts. You might say this arm's new abilities are legion. No? Too much? I always welcome...
So we'll talk to him, and then we'll equip this. So now, once per rest, you know, every time we stop at a Stargazer, this recharges, and now we can add fire to our weapon basically whenever we want to. But yeah, it is a neat thing. There are different kinds that you can add. This guy currently is selling an electric grindstone, which
I know my way around.
would be useful if the enemies in our next area were not... The best way to explain it is the next area we go to, fire is our friend. We aren't going to need his ergo. We are going to pick those up right now, though, because we have the ergo to spare.
I'll use my power to help.
Set those. And then after we slot our next quartz, we will be calling it for the episode after we get back to the Stargazer at the boss arena. It's the attack of our Fable Arts. There we go. And yep, now we've unlocked this next set. So for this next set, these are the two that I'm going to focus on, adding another amulet slot and increasing our pulse cell uses, just so that we have more. And because of unlocking the second grouping, now we have another group for all of these. Looking at all of these, I'd say the best one to go for is boost how much health we get back, for starters, because that's always nice. Alrighty, and I'm about to get the 5-minute warning before the PlayStation cuts me. It heard me say its name, so it tried to activate there for a second. But we're going to go back here. And that will be the end of this episode. The next one we'll pick up, well, right where we leave off, like we traditionally do. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.